brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Vikings and the Lions on Sunday night.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. This evening, the capper to this divisional round. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. So glad you're having us in for this divisional round matchup. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. Partner, playing in front of the home crowd. That is something you get when you're the #1 seed. A week off to prepare. Now a playoff game in your building. It's that age-old question. What do you think? Rest versus rust?
Yeah, I think if you ask the coaches, Mike, they would kind of go back and forth, but it is no question. With players, they want that #1 seed, they want that bye, and they want to be sitting on their couch during the wild card round watching everybody else beat each other up. You factor in that rest. You factor in getting your legs back under you and getting some guys back maybe who were out some previous weeks, and you're playing in front of your home crowd. That's every team's dream to start the season, and it's exactly what we got here.
Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
Winning in the wild card round, certainly an accomplishment that this team should be proud of. But, Mike, if he wants to take his team to the championship round next week, he's going to have to lead by example and play a mistake-free game against a team known for capitalizing on their opponent's mistakes. Yes, you have to be aggressive. You have to be willing.
Oh, they come after him right away, and down he goes on the first play of the game. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
Really just been a combination of errors here on this drive. I mean, the sack on first down put him in a bad spot. Then the incompletion there trying to gain it back on second. And now they find themselves in a critical third.
Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the third play. Picked off by Brian Branch.
We talked at the start of the game, Mike, the energy in this stadium, and now after that early turnover, it's certainly not going to help quiet this crowd. They clearly came into this game facing an uphill battle, and they've made it here even harder on themselves with that early turnover.
So that Detroit offense taking the field for the first time and taking the snaps, a quarterback now in his 3rd year in the league.
Mike, I was watching the news this morning, and people were tailgating before the sun even came up. I mean, these fans have been waiting for this one since the moment they clinched home field advantage. That excitement, it's translated into a ridiculous hostile environment. I mean, it's clear the support of this entire city right now falls behind this team, and with that comes a lot of pressure. If he's going to lead his team to the championship game, he has to stay level-headed through this chaos, because if he's able to do that here, I really like their chances of playing next Sunday.
They face 2nd down and 7.
Here we go.
In motion comes Thomas. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up.
Let's go now. 79 Broncos.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. A great chance to convert that early turnover into points. Here's 1st and goal. And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6. The task a bit tougher as they face 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Lions. Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Lions are out to a 7-0 lead here in this divisional playoff matchup. "7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. The Vikings offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race in the NFC. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. He's going to lose a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Back to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback, in his protectors, to know he can stand tall in that pocket and wait.
Trying to avoid tacklers there, but the ball is out. One of his teammates is there to pick it up. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Now they'll set up to throw. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find the receiver, and down he goes. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And the defense unrelenting, a 3rd consecutive sack.
If you can't protect the quarterback in the NFL, you might as well just throw your entire playbook in the garbage. Everything starts there. And with the amount this quarterback's been hit and taken down here in the first quarter, are we confident that we're going to be able to even see him in the game come the second?
So the drive ends, and on comes Jordan Stout to kick it away. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Lions offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive, so try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And he'll get about 5. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. He'll drop to throw. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. And he's going to take this one all the way. 75 yards. Touchdown, Detroit. What a luxury to have in an offense, a tight end who can take it down the field like that and take it the distance. Shades of Greg Olsen back in the day.
Well, I appreciate that, Mike, but I think it's clear by now that we all know what's the most impactful position on offense. It's the tight end. And when you have a guy like this who can not only make those difficult catches underneath, but who can get down the field for these big plays, man, you got yourselves a weapon.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Now timeout for an injured player. It's Justin Jefferson, a man they cannot afford to lose. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw into space at the 45. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Addison that time. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. Back to the air one more time. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
And that is incomplete.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on 3rd down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of 3rd down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
The Lions offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. On the ground, here's the first carry for Marshawn Lloyd. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
Ready up.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Here's a screen now for Lloyd. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
They'll throw out of the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. On third down, here's Lloyd. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on fourth down. They'll try to sneak it here. And he's going to have the Lions first down. That was a tough couple of yards to pick up, but they convert on 4th and 1.
Pretty simple here, Mike. Every team, they have this sheet up in the box. It's their own analytics telling them when to go for it, when not to go for it. And in this spot, their metrics say go for it, sneaks the call, first down.
Second down and 3. Now, faking the give. Fires left sideline. That is complete. That's his first grab of this divisional round matchup, and it's good for the first down as well.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Let's go now.
That's hauled in at the 2. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point. And now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is first, and he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Touchdown, Detroit. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. So we've reached halftime here. And both teams ready to play on, so we'll do the same as we get set for quarter number 3. We are set for the second half kickoff. One of these teams ready to book a date in the NFC Championship game next week. And we are back at it with the third quarter. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Lions offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position. Instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. This drive will begin with a run by Lloyd. And they finally wrestle him down at the Lions' 28-yard line. A big one there to start the second half. 35 yards.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
On first down, right back to Lloyd. Trying to tiptoe around the defenders there. He'll wind up with a gain of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. That's complete. It's Lloyd. And he's going to be taken down.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
From 6 yards out, it's 1st and goal. Here's a run. To the pylon, he's in. Touchdown, Lions. 2 choices down there. Either work it up inside or use that speed to the edge. And Greggy's able to sneak it in for the touchdown.
Down here this close, Mike, there's a lot of bodies in there tight. So oftentimes, if you can get the back on the edge, they can rely on that speed, and that's exactly what we saw here. He wins the race to the pylon, and he's rewarded with 6 points.
Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions are able to extend the advantage to 28-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Vikings offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson on that one. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunity.
But he tried to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. Picked off by Brian Branch. And And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Ready? 70 Lions.
Give inside. There's Lloyd. It'll be a short pickup down to the 22. Linebacker Ivan Pace up to make that play. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
They'll try to set up the screen here. He is in. Touchdown, Detroit. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be at a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. The Vikings offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. Drive will start on the ground. Inside the 35. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down.
Well, that right there, Mike, is your once-a-game reminder of just the importance of short tackling. This run never gets anywhere near where it ends up if that initial hit was stronger and he was able to take him down.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. And this one's going to be a loss of yardage. He's marked out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line. So it took just 3 plays, but just like that, they have 1st and goal. Now a give on the ground, and he's going the wrong way, dropped back at the 7. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Now from the 7, it's 2nd and goal.
Here we go, set.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Last 2 two plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. The Vikings looking for 3. Bring out the field goal unit. This will be a 41-yard attempt. That one is good. And the Vikings are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. The Lions offense ready to go as we give you a look at the current playoff race. First and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Lloyd. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Goff to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
Think back to what they told us during the week, Mike. They said this primetime platform, this is a tremendous opportunity for us to show the entire league and put them on notice. And boy, after this performance, boy, have they ever.
On the handoff, it's Lloyd. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Another run here with Floyd. And a nice run. He's got a first down tackle made right at the 35-yard line.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. On the give, it's Lloyd. And just a short pickup there to the 35. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Now, Goff. And that is incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
The offense not coming off the field, and 17, here's 4th down.
17.
They'll go for it. Here's Goff. Open man, left side. He's got it. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Ball sitting at the 7. 1st and goal. A give. Here comes Lloyd. And that's a nice pickup, bringing it down to the 3. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. Ball at the 3, 2nd down, and goal. Here's Goff. That is caught by the tight end. Touchdown, Lions. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions will add one more onto their big lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The visitors' offense ready to get back to work. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. They send him right out of the slot. Right away, they'll set up to throw. A short one taken by Hawkinson.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. And that is incomplete.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the fourth quarter.
On third down, they'll set. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. It'll be a punt coming from the Vikings. This brought in out past the 20. And it's a very nice return. He has given the offense a short field. The home team's offense and running back Marshawn Lloyd set to take over. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. Here's first and 10. Now Detroit's going to use their second timeout, and they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win here for the Lions. They are moving on as the #1 seed. Victory means they locked out another home date next weekend as they look to punch their ticket to the Super Bowl. And that'll do it for my partner Greg Oates. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night.